The storm raged outside, banging against the boarded-up windows of the Williams house attached to Manatee Bay Inn. Inside, Addie, Sage, and Jake stood in Sage's room, furious at Tom. As Sage had asked her to, Emily had brought the boxes from the basement to Sage's room, and while they had been going through the boxes, Tom had followed them from the bunker. But that wasn't what they were mad at him about. Max had given Tom an earpiece to keep him in the loop as to what was going on up above the bunker. Tom had forgotten to turn off the earpiece, and Max had heard all about the boxes of Rogers that had contained evidence the FBI needed. Boxes no one else knew about. Until now. Addie stepped up next to Sage and glared at the man who had raised her. "I think you should leave. We'll come back down when we're finished up here." She looked pointedly at the bed where the contents of the boxes were piled. "We have to put this away. We can't leave it here like this." "I'll help you," Tom offered. "I'll help get this cleared away, and then we'll go back to the bunker," Jake promised Tom. "Give Addie and Sage time to cool off." "Don't leave them alone up there," Max warned Tom. "You need to gather up that stuff and hide it until I get to it," he said into Tom's ear. "I don't want anyone else to know about it until I've had a chance to go through it." "Okay," Tom said, "but I'm switching you off now." Before Max could answer, Tom tapped his ear, severing the communication between him and Max. "Max wants us to hide this somewhere safe and tell no one else about it," Tom told them, looking towards the boarded window. "I think I may know just the place." "Outside?" Sage looked at him with a frown tightening her brows. "Not exactly, but we would need to brave the weather and get outside to get there." Tom looked at Jake. "At least Jake and I would have to brave the weather." "The dance studio?" Annie guessed, and Tom nodded with a knowing smile. "Oh." Her eyes widened as she realized what he meant. "Oh, what?" Addie asked, looking from Tom to Annie. "There's a secret panel in the wall behind the lockers in my dressing room." Annie gave away her long-kept secret. "My father made it for me when he first built the studio. It was for my treasures and was our secret." "Until she told me about it." Tom's smile widened as he remembered Annie showing him where she'd kept all the keepsakes he'd given her when they first started dating. "How big is it?" Sage asked, looking at the box on the bed. "Would it be able to fit that box?" "It should be," Annie nodded. "All you have to do is look at the huge bunker beneath us to know that your grandpops likes to do things on a large scale." "Okay, then," Sage said, bending down to start scooping the cash up and stuff it back into the stuffies it had come out of. "Let's get this done." She stopped and looked at Annie. "Maybe while we're there, we can figure out that other clue." Tom bent down to help Sage, as did Jake, Annie, and Addie. "What other clue?" Tom asked, stopping picking up money when he noticed that some of the bills had a dye stain on them. "What the heck?" "Emily pointed that out when she snooped in the boxes and found the cash," Sage explained. "She figured out that the money wasn't counterfeit either." "Yes, I have to agree with Emily that the money is real," Annie told them. "I had to take the same course that Emily did and many follow-up courses on detecting counterfeit money when I ran my art gallery." "Do you think he robbed a bank?" Tom flipped through the notes before shoving them into one of the stuffies. "We're not sure of anything right now," Annie admitted, "especially since you've just told us that Craig has reason to believe Roger was the one that attacked Darcy." "Innocent until proven guilty, Mom," Sage reminded her. "Let's not condemn Dad just yet until he has a chance to defend himself and we know a bit more about why he'd be in possession of all this." She pointed at the items they'd just packed back into a box marked Sage.